Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2 3 4. Hey, welcome back, Jack. Welcome back to another episode of the You Know What It Is. I'm your host, Yin. Today we're gonna have a fun time talking about the ye old days. We're gonna talk about the ye old days. Someone who's been lamenting the old days. Back in the day where you could say anything, Obama low key having regrets. He's having the big regrets. He's having major regrets about the secret police. Okay, he mad. He kind of big mad. He's like, yo, everyone has to walk on eggshells. Hey, you helped create this mess. You helped facilitate this mess. This happened on your watch. Nobody else's watch. Okay, that's a you thing. That's not a me thing. I definitely didn't endorse this. I definitely didn't endorse this stuff. I was always talking about how who gives a shit what people think. Part of my French. If you don't like somebody, you don't like them. You just walk away from them. You don't have to go out of your way to ruin their life. That's ridiculous. The best revenge is a happy life anyway. So if you're miserable, guess what? They won. Whoever your enemies are. Anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand. Okay, Obama calls Democrats buzzkills who make people walk on eggshells. Now, this is delicious from Zero Hedge. Shout out to Zero Hedge. We taking it back, man. We taking it way back in the day. Let me just adjust this real quick. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Let me just make sure the audio is good. Okay, we good. I got rugged 3 times already with this audio, man. I was like, no, it didn't record. I gotta start over. So here we go. All right. Oh, my cat touching the thing. That's not a good sign. I'm just kidding. Former President Barack Obama slammed Democrats in a recent podcast, calling them, quote, buzzkills, unquote, whose identity politics and cancel culture rhetoric force people to walk on eggshells. Speaking with 4 of his former employees on the Pod Save America podcast, the former pres said that his fellow Democrats need to tone it down. and understand that everybody makes mistakes. It's over, bro. It's over. Those days are over. Sometimes Democrats are buzzkills. Sometimes people just want to feel not to feel as if they are walking on eggshells, and they want some acknowledgement that life is messy and that all of us at any given moment can say things the wrong way, make mistakes. He said, adding that Democrats should learn from what he felt were his mistakes. I nailed it. I called it. Oh man. Oh Lord, this is too delicious, man. It's like mwah. It's like candy to me, man. I used to get into trouble whenever, as you guys know well, whenever I got a little too professional and started when I was behind the podium as opposed to when I was in the crowd. There were times where I'd get, sound like I was giving a bunch of policy gobbledygook. This is good stuff. This is this is delicious to me. I'm like, yeah, you low key forgetting this, huh? That's not how people think about these issues. They think about them in terms of the life I'm leading one day, how does politics, how is it even relevant to the things that I care about the most deeply about. All right. You can read the rest. I'll put the link in the thingy. But he was stumbling and bumbling, and I remember that very well, that presidency. He was stumbling and bumbling in each campaign. And he would not make it today. Let's put it that way. He wouldn't make it today. Now, what's his name made it? Obviously, Frankenstein did make it. But Frankenstein, they had to change things up. You know what I mean? They had to do what we call a mulligan in Magic. They had to retry. They had to redo the whole game. Make up new rules. It was almost like you playing D&D or something and somebody said, you know what? F the rules. New rules. Wait a minute. The game is in the middle of the game. What are you talking about? New rules. That's what happened. That's how he got in there. But it is what it is. We move forward. We move forward knowing that. While stumping for Democrats, Obama is expected to highlight the party's accomplishments while also raising the alarm over MAGA Republicans. The thing that we seem to make a mistake on. I love that they literally quote him, it's perfect. Good job, Zero Hedge. Good job. The thing that I think sometimes we seem to make a mistake on his, it sounds like it's schizophrenic, I'm not gonna lie. Mistake on is his behavior can be so outrageous, Obama said about Trump. And now folks who try to copy him and his outrageous behavior get a lot of attention. And so we join that game. Okay, that's enough. That's it. Stop. We're done. What's his advice? Democrats need to stop with the character assassination. Let me just stop right there. I'm going to stop right there. Let me stop right there. Let me go ahead and let's get into it. Okay? I want to talk about it a little bit. Let's get some, let me give me some room here. Let me, right here. I think this is it. Nope. There we go. All right. So, having major regrets. We learned a lot from that whole thing. Like that whole entire environment change up from before. Because before you could just, I mean, it was a fun time. Even YouTube, you could watch full movies on YouTube. You could pretty much watch a whole entire series on YouTube. It may not be high quality, but you could do it. You could watch, unique creative works on YouTube. I talked about that. I lamented that before. We talked about, the transition from interesting content to not so interesting, very gobbledygook. That's gonna be hey, you're not supposed to say that word actually. Oh, now you made me say it. What's wrong with you? You're gonna get me in trouble. That's a trap. Look, in the past, you could watch interesting content that people created from home, from scratch, and they did it passionately. There was not monetary value attached for most of the content. People did it because they enjoyed it, right? And so nowadays, with the whole cancel culture, you can't do any content that's going to be interesting within the freedom matrix of, free speech, free creative writing, just exploring concepts that have never been explored before, or concepts that have been explored before, but you want to do it your way, right? And so, unfortunately, you will see these cookie cutter, boring company style corporate, which we'll talk about a lot of corporate stuff this week, corporate content, go up to the forefront, make it up to the top. That's why you see these new Twitch people, these new YouTubers that are big. They're all boring cookie cutouts. They're all cookie cutter people. And you start to see that reflected in the culture. Most people becoming cookie cutter because a lot of people don't want to, people don't want to step outside of the bounds and have a good time. It's very dangerous for them and their livelihood. Because especially if they vote left, if they hit that left button, they alone, bro. At least when you hit the right button, I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying at least with that, in that lifestyle, right, in that community, you're in a community of people who are more open-minded about, what you're about to say and not hold it against you for the rest of your dang life. Like 5 years down the line, someone's not going to hold you and be like, hey, is this you? They're not going to be doing that about like whatever, maybe you said, I don't like recycling 5 years ago. And then 5 years later, not saying that, saying you hate recycling is like hate speech now. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. I mean, some of the stuff that's considered, no speech today, back in the day was like, whatever, who cares? It's, you're just having a good time talking about stuff. And that's the reality, man. We can't go back, bro. You started this. It's over, dude. It's over, dude. It's all over. So if you think it's over, I'm just kidding. If you enjoyed this, thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button, share it, appreciate it. And you guys have a splendid day.